Building an AI agent is awesome, but what you build isn't very useful if it can't take user input. Buttons are the simplest way of accepting user input, so let's try them out. Now, buttons are pretty much what they sound like. They're buttons. They can be a good choice if you have some preset options you'd like the user to choose from. Let's add a button step to our canvas now and try them out. I'm going to go to Listen, Buttons, and drag it on. And then I'm going to ask the user if they prefer voice or flows. Buttons make sense here because they can only choose one or the other. There's not an arbitrary amount of things they could reply with. So let's add a button for voice and another for flows. Because we only want to accept one of these two inputs, we should also tell our agent to handle no match. Something you should know about the default Voiceflow chat experience is that it still allows the user to input text if the buttons are shown. Setting a no match fallback makes sure our agent doesn't get confused if the user inputs something different, like flow voices. So we'll toggle this on. And we'll set the reprompt text to be, I don't know, I only know what voice and flows are. I can also use AI to generate some variations on this reply. Our agent will choose one of these replies at random to reply if the user answers with something other than voice or flows. We'll also toggle off listen to other triggers, since we're just wanting to accept these two values right now. We'll cover triggers later in this series, but if you want to learn about them right now, check out this video. If you'd like, you can also reprompt the user to make a choice after a certain amount of time using the no reply option. Now let's finish this part of our workflow. We'll ask the user what they prefer by adding a message step to the block. So let's go talk, message, and drag this on. Which do you prefer? And then we just need to connect our step from before to this new block. A cool trick you should probably know is that you can test your workflow from a certain point. You don't have to do the entire thing. So let's test it from here on our AI response. As you can see, we have two options, voice or flows. If we choose something other than voice or flows, like, I don't know, potato, then our bot is going to say I'm only familiar with voice or flows. That's that fallback we set earlier. If we choose one of the options, I'll choose voice for now, then you'll see that we get a bit of an error. It says path not connected, and these little icons here turn red. That's because we need to go and connect those steps to another block too. Let me show you what that looks like. As you can see, I've connected a block to both of our options. So now our agent, rather than being linear, by which I mean following a single path, it's starting to branch out. So now, if I run the workflow, you can see that the response I'm going to get is based on the one I choose. So let's choose flows. And I'm told to go with the flow. Pretty cool, huh? This is the start of accepting user input in Voiceflow, but it's definitely not the be-all and end-all. In our next video, I'll teach you how to use the choice step. It's pretty cool since it actually understands what the user is asking for.